That's Sean Fitz, Nate Bauer. I'm Greg Pickel from Blue White Illustrated. We're at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. Penn State, Utah guys coming up in just a little bit, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Sean, we just saw a little bit of warm-ups. I would be willing to bet Olu Fashanu's not going to play, but he is here. He did do a little bit in warm-ups, but I would say at this second in time, which is about 4 o'clock Eastern, things probably trending the other way.
I would guess so. He came out and did very little in offensive line warm-up. And then when the team broke for their bigger warm-up, he was just watching. So I would not expect him to play. It would be definitely a surprise. Did see Kevon Lee, did see Smith Filbert, did see Caden Wallace, those guys that we talked about for the last month about being available. But Olu, I would not get the hopes up there.
Yeah, Nate, obviously when you look at pregame warm-ups here, I believe you picked Penn State to win this game. Do you still feel the same way now that we're here on game day?
If I recall correctly, I picked them to win. Yeah. No, I do. Look, I see more explosive playmaking on, well, actually both sides of the ball. In terms of that, like, dynamic, do something big, define the game on Penn State's sideline than I do Utah's. And so, you never know in toss-up games like this what's going to actually happen. But if I had to bet on who is more likely to make more home run type plays, I'd say Penn State.
Yeah, I picked Utah to win this game originally, Sean. I would flip that pick if I was able to now. I just think that what we've seen in the bowl season so far from the Pac-12 has been pretty weak. Big Ten maybe not as good, and maybe Penn State faced some bad teams along the way. But I just feel like if this comes down to a close game, I think Penn State has a few more horses to win.
Yeah, you look at the keys, and Penn State's defensive line is so key today. Cameron Rising is very good at not getting sacked. I think Utah has only given up 18 sacks all season. He's slippery. He gets rid of the ball. He doesn't have his big safety valve in Dalton Kincaid, the tight end who's injured and is not going to play today, which is a big deal. Penn State's got to keep him in the pocket, keep those lanes in front of him, because if he's got room, he's going to take off and he's going to move. So it's not about sacks. It's about pressure and containment with Cameron Rising. If they can do that, they can be successful.
Yeah, and Smith Filbert back today, like you mentioned. Nate, final thoughts as we get ready for the Rose Bowl?
Yeah, let's tick them all off. Talking to some people on Penn State's sideline, I think this is a program that feels good about today. For whatever it's worth, felt like this was a good, productive, business-like trip, and so they feel focused and they feel ready for it. It's cold, I would say.
Definitely colder than expected, yeah.
Like just a point to say it's cold and overcast. So there is also a possibility of some late rain in this game. So just something to be aware of. But no, other than that, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see what happens.
Sean, final thoughts?
I think both defenses have the advantage on both the offenses, but this is the Rose Bowl. Crazy things happen here. You remember what happened last time Penn State was here. I think there's going to be points. I don't know where they come from. I can't explain why, but I think there's going to be points in this game. I have Penn State 38-35. I'm just looking forward to an entertaining game. This is a fantastic venue, a fantastic happening every season. Great to be back at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Follow along for live coverage at BlueWhiteIllustrated.com, YouTube.com/BlueWhiteIllustrated. We'll be back after the game with more after Penn State and Utah in the Rose Bowl.